So on this side, we kind of made a marker, you know, a halfway point. So on this side, we'll be doing the inverted bed. It's the same style as the double dig method, but instead we're gonna throw the topsoil on the side, and then we're gonna dig up a little bit of soil and put it on the side. And so eventually when it's all dug out, we'll throw the topsoil back inside the inverted garden here. So this is the other style, the inverted method here. So right now I'm just straightening it out a little bit, so leveling it out. And like I said, the strings are here to keep you in line, to make it look nice and beautiful. You can use twine or whatever. This string is a little tougher than twine. Twine will just break on you, and it'll get wet and it'll just break. These you can keep up a little longer, but yeah, we got some stakes at the end to hold them in. You could use wooden stakes, but we didn't have, our wooden stakes were short, so we ended up using these metal stakes. So that's all you need, is some stakes, some string, a rake, and a shovel. And then you're gonna need your nitrogen fixer. You're gonna need some manure and some topsoil to go in the bed afterwards. We'll mix it in and we'll show you guys how to do that as we go. Here's a little more harder work because we're gonna have to throw it back in there again. So what we're gonna do is take out the first top layer, and you're gonna either put it on the side of your string right here, or you're gonna throw it over here, because eventually we're gonna have to try to dig it back in there, you know. So the same thing, you wanna cut down all the way to make it so when you break the soil, it's not gonna go outside, and you know. And then afterwards, when we throw the topsoil out, you're gonna bail out the second half. And then when it's all taken out, then we'll throw the topsoil on each side back in there, you know. Because you want to throw it on both sides, so that way you have an even way pathway, you know. It kind of comes up and raises the walkway a little bit. Then this is the difficult part, is trying to cut this. And usually you kind of set it up high. Maybe you can pull it up high, Johnny, maybe? Yeah, yeah, there you go. Then that kind of, you can go midway, push it down a little bit, just a tad. Okay, so we'll just throw it right here for now. So I would just put it on both sides. This is the topsoil. We're gonna throw this back in there on the top when we take the second layer out of the bottom. So when we take out the bottom, we're gonna take out enough so we can go ahead and add other soils to it. And then you wanna make sure that you keep cutting it. That way it kind of looks pretty. Oh, I'm forgetting to go on this side too as well. So do you kind of see it a little bit? All right, all right. So put all the good stuff on this side of the line, the topsoil. And then, like I said, in the end, we'll throw that back in there with the manure and whatever. And then, like I said, then we'll come back and put the topsoil and some manure, and that'll be our inverted bed. So after Johnny breaks it up, we break it up, Amson, then we'll put the topsoil back on. So I already put the topsoil on this area. So now I'm gonna come over here, and as they finish over on this side, we're gonna put all the topsoil back on the bed, in the bed. And we put all the topsoil on this side of it. So we're gonna spread it out. And then as we went, we're gonna put manure and some type of soil mix, whatever you guys can find, compost. Some compost would be good. And then after we put all these soil amendments in here, we're gonna just slowly, or not, just mix it a little bit, not too much. But this is pretty much how the whole row is gonna go.
So next we take some steer manure. Steer manure is high in nitrogen. We open the bags up and spread it across the bed. We use shovels to chop it in and till it in a bit to get it deeper into the soil to where the roots are going to be. Next, we get some compost and we sprinkle it over the top of the bed. And the compost helps to retain moisture during the warmer months to keep your plants watered a lot longer and more nourished. But the compost also breaks up the hard clay soil and allows for better drainage. Next, we water and soak the garden bed well. The water will soak into the manure and compost to activate the nutrients and allow them to seep into the soil throughout the garden bed. It's good to wait about a month or longer before planting to let these nutrients, clay soil, manure, and compost all bond into one, allowing the microorganisms to make the garden bed to be more healthy and livable for plants.